Hey everyone! Happy Motivational Monday! Sorry. If you don't know, I try to get on here every single Monday and give you lots of tips to help you in reaching your goals. And please remember that when I'm saying something to you, I'm also saying it to myself, so let's not take anything personally, okay? I'm just here to help you. When we are going for a goal, no matter how big or small it may feel, sometimes it feels lonely, right? Even if it's a small goal. Every goal is important, so that's why I say small. But sometimes it feels lonely. Someone might not understand why you make certain sacrifices for your goal or why you're so focused or whatever. And so I like to come on here and let you know you're not alone. We're all going for goals. They're all different, and that's fine. But when I come to a hurdle and I find a way over the hurdle, I like to share it with you guys because I really think we are all just people and we're all living this life together. So why not help each other? Okay? So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and not have to make them yourself. But I was reading a Tony Robbins book, and if you don't know who Tony Robbins is, go look him up. You will be up all night watching YouTube videos. If you do know who Tony Robbins is, you know this is going to be good. All right, so in the book, it was talking about how we get into this storytelling where we tell ourselves the story of, I can't do this because I'm not enough, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that because I'm not enough of this. I can't be that because I'm not like so-and-so. I can't have that because I don't do this and that. I can't do that because I live here. You know, we tell ourselves this story of why we can't. But it's just that. It's a story, okay? So there was a practice in the book, and I want to share it with you guys. And you can do it here while you're watching, or you can do it later after you watch this video. So I want you to think of one thing in your life now that you're grateful for. Just one thing, and I'm going to give the example of my marriage, okay? So my relationship with John. And I want you, or I'll wait. So you're thinking of one thing that you are grateful for right now. All right. So you have that one thing you're grateful for, and I want you to think of a time when you didn't think that would ever happen. So I was talking about John as the thing I'm grateful for, and we met in high school, if you don't know. So we met in marching band in high school, and he had a girlfriend, and I was dating somebody too. But I immediately knew, that sounds horrible. Whatever, it was high school, y'all. I immediately knew, I'm not in the place right now, but one day I'm gonna marry that guy. I don't know. Whatever. I'm realizing how bad that is, but I don't care. And I just knew, as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's my husband. He doesn't know it yet. And for years, we were friends, and we became best friends, and, as a girl, I was like, he doesn't like me, but, if you were ever a girl in high school, you know what that feels like. And so it felt impossible. And then even through college, we were dating, but still, again, if you're ever a girl in college and dating somebody, there were hurdles, right? As you grow together, you have to actually grow together and not on your own paths or one growing before the other. So it felt impossible at one time or another. And so over years and years and years, it was about 10 years that John and I knew each other and were dating before we got married. I'm trying to make sure I get the timeline right. So you need to understand that your girl waited a decade for that relationship. I'm sorry, I'm getting 1,000 notifications on my phone. So if you see me looking around, that's why. But anyway, so I waited so long, and the whole time, even when we were dating, it felt impossible. How am I going to get this guy to commit to a marriage? How am I going to make this work? And how am I going to blah, 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 blah? And that's something that always felt impossible. Okay, but it's something that I have now. So think of something in your own life that you are so grateful for. Another example is Hannah, right? If you have children, there are steps along your path to having your children, maybe conceiving your children, maybe keeping your children alive for any period of time, especially with all the hurdles of parenthood. Maybe those are things that you thought was impossible, or maybe buying a home, maybe even getting a dog, or maybe even starting your own flipping bank account. I don't know. There are so many things. And so Think of that one thing that you're so grateful for. And at one point in your life, I don't care how far back you have to go, at one point in your life, that thing felt impossible. If you went back to a certain point in your life and you're like, girl, you're going to have this husband, you're going to have this house, you're going to have this child, you're going to have this dog, you're going to have that car, yourself, you would have been like, no, that's impossible. That's impossible. How would I do that? How am I going to accomplish that? The whole point of this being, you created that thing. You took an impossible situation and you made the sacrifices that you needed to make, and you got focused and you made it happen. And I'm going to refer to my notes just so I don't mess this up because it is so stinking good. But there are 3 steps. There are 3 steps to taking something that seems impossible and making it your reality. And I don't care what it is in your life that you're shooting for, these 3 steps will get it for you. Period. If you want to grow your business, this will get you there. If you want a relationship, this will get you there. If you want a child, if you want a car, if you want to pay off debt, if you want to lose weight, if you want to make new valuable friends, anything that you're shooting for, this will get you there. So first, you need to become laser focused. You need to be obsessed. Think of something you have now. Let's use the example of a car, because most of us are driving cars or have once driven cars. And you think of the car you want, right? Maybe you do research, maybe you ask around, maybe you test drive a few of them, and all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere. So I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee and I see them everywhere. I don't care what year I find it. I'm like, hey, Jeep, like no one knows what I'm talking about, but it's fine. I don't care because I'm like, I see a Jeep there. Oh my God, there are Jeeps everywhere. Everyone drives a Jeep. That's crazy. And especially when I wanted a new one, I was like, they have a newer Jeep than me, and they have a newer Jeep than me, and I saw it everywhere because I was laser focused and obsessed with it, right? I wanted that Jeep. So think of what that thing is for you, okay? So when you become obsessed with something and laser focused, you decide, like, this is happening. I don't care how, I don't care when, I don't care whatever, I don't care what I have to do, it's happening. This is my new reality. I am a Jeep Grand Cherokee driver. You could think I am a mom, I am a wife, I am a homeowner, I am debt free, I am at my goal weight, I am healthier than ever, whatever your goal is, I have a life-changing business. I am at the top of my company. I am changing thousands of lives. No matter what your goal is, you're deciding, like, this is my reality. I don't care what I have to do to get there. So that's the first step. The second step is to take massive freaking action, okay? No matter what your goal is, you are going to work all day, every day towards that goal. You're going to do the research you need to do. You're going to learn what you need to learn. You are going to work your you-know-what off to get yourself steps closer to your goal, okay? You're taking massive action. Think about a time when maybe you had a crush on somebody, okay? I want you to really think about it. And if they called you in the middle of the night and they were like, oh my gosh, I really want to spend some time with you, you'd be like, okay, I'm getting in my car, I'm getting in my parents' car, I don't care if it's raining, I don't care if it's snowing, I don't care if I'm not supposed to, I don't care if it's past curfew, I'm going to go spend time with this person, right? You would have moved heaven and earth because that was your reality, okay? Now, for a lot of people, when they're trying to conceive, they time it out. They get the apps, they get the calendars, they do everything they need to do. They're like, all right, it's, tonight. Like, I don't care what's happening. I don't care what stresses we got going on. It's happening. This is our new reality. I am laser focused. I'm moving heaven and earth. I am rescheduling our entire day because this is happening, right? And that's with any goal, okay? So you become obsessed. Then you take massive action. And then finally, when you do those 2 things, you'll realize that things fall into place. So again, think of something you're grateful for. I want you to think of something right now that you're grateful for. And then think of a time when you thought that thing was impossible. The job, the car, the house, the baby, the marriage, the business, the weight loss. Okay? Think about it. Because we usually take our lives for granted, our current lives for granted, and forget that at one point we were praying and praying and praying for this life. All right. So when you become obsessed, when you are laser focused on something, and when you take massive action towards that goal, things fall into place. Things just fall into place. So you can call it God, you can call it fate, you can call it the universe, you can call it anything that you need to. But when you are focused and you say, this is my reality, I am this or that, and then you work constantly every single day, shoving obstacles out of your way towards that thing, it's going to happen. You cannot tell me there is a single goal you have that if you did what you needed to do every single day with unbroken focus, completely undivided attention, that you would reach it. You can't convince me that there's something that would never happen for you. It may not happen tonight or tomorrow or next month or next year, but it's going to happen as long as you do not take off those blinders. So my homework for you is to really look around wherever you are in life. I don't care what is going on. I don't care what obstacles you're facing. Look around. Look around at your life, because there is something in it that at one point you thought, that's impossible. That would be so awesome if I had that, but it's impossible. And then look at what you have created for yourself. Look at how amazing you are that you created that thing. Or maybe it's an entire life that you've created. You know? Maybe you've crossed off every single thing on your dream board and you've had to re-dream like 7 times. You did that. And why? Because you obsessed. You decided this is my reality. And then you took action. Okay? You decided this is my life. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sorry, guys. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what comes my way. This is my life. Like, this is how it is. And then you acted towards it. What do you need to do to get to that goal? So again, I believe you can have and be and do anything, guys. But the reality of it is, you need to focus and move. Focus and move. Stop wishing and waiting and dreaming. Stop telling yourself the story of, I can't do this because of this. I can't have that because I'm not this. I can't be that because I'm not here. You know, that's ridiculous. Stop waiting for the time. Stop waiting for the money. Stop waiting for the whatever. Stop waiting. Figure out what you want. And I'm talking what you want, not like, oh, well, I might lose like 2 pounds. No, what do you want? Think big. I have such big goals for the end of this year going into next year. It scares the pants off of me. That's how I know I'm going for it. So if your goal scares you, good. That's the goal worth having, okay? So you're going to pick your goal, and then you are going to obsess over it, okay? You're going to do the research you need to do. You're going to learn every single thing you need to learn about that. What do you need to know to make it your reality? And tell yourself, I'm a millionaire. You know, I'm a business owner. I am whatever you want to be or whatever you want to have. Put it out there. Make that your reality. Convince yourself that, you know what, from now on, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, and that's where I'm going. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what happens. I don't care if it rains every day until then or whatever. Okay? And then move. Move. Take a step, and then another, and then another, and then along the way, pat yourself on the back because you took a freaking step. You took a step while someone else is still behind you, wishing and waiting. And even though, this is what's crazy, because we compare ourselves so much, even if you take one step closer to your goal, there are people behind you wishing they were you. Okay? If you just took one step, there are people behind you thinking, oh man, she's so close to her goal and I'm way back here. I'm not her. I'm not him. I can't do that. She can, he can. That's amazing. I wish I was them. if you just took one step. So start going. Start going. Figure out what you want, why you want it, because it needs to be deep. It needs to be deep while you want it. Obsess and move. Obsess and move. Obsess and move. That's all you need, and the rest will fall into place, and you will reach your goals. I don't care how impossible they seem. All right? Hopefully this was helpful. Please tag somebody that needed to hear this. If you have missed my other Motivational Mondays, check out my YouTube channel, Emily Fronauer. I'm the only one on the planet, so you can find me super quick. That's why I kept it that way. And tune in next week, because every single week I just want to help you guys. If there is a topic I can help you with, let me know. I'd be happy to do another Motivational Monday specifically for you, or we can chat in Messenger. I don't even care. Whatever you need, I just think we all need to be working together. Okay? So thank you for giving me a part of your Monday. You are all so amazing. Get out there, start obsessing, start moving, and you will reach your goals. Good night, guys.